भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषाय शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जयो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। There was a jackal. You know jackal? Jackal, what do you say in English? Lomdi. In Hindi, lomdi. Jackal. So what happened? This jackal once fell into the pond of some color. So he became blue color. And when he came to the forest, everybody was surprised. What is a new kind of animal? So he said, I am God. The people started believing maybe he is God. It's a unique blue color. They made him sit on a throne and all. But when another jackal started shouting, jackals instantaneously started responding. The people could understand he's cheating. Arjuna's behavior is like this now. He has taken the role of a Kshatriya. He has been trained as a Kshatriya. He is supposed to punish the culprits. And these people, all the Kauravas and whoever is supporting them, are fit for death penalty. Correct? And Arjuna is talking non-violence. It is just like a jackal. When he has come to a real position, he is not behaving the way he should behave. Correct? Another story is like a dog. Similarly, a dog was also colored or something, he became master. Then somebody threw slippers. The dog business is too, we have seen that they bite the slippers. The people could understand he's a dog. So, in this condition, actually, what Arjuna is behaving is very strange. It is not a behavior of a Kshatriya. We talk about non-violence. And many times we have discussed this point. And another strange thing is, why make calculation when God has given an order? Why make calculation? God is asking, Krishna is asking, fight. But, what is this but? Everything has been considered. As many times I explained how after the war, Vaikuntha was created on earth by Yudhishthira Maharaj. So nobody lost. And those who died in the battle, they died in presence of Krishna. They also went to Vaikuntha. So when Krishna does something, all is included. We don't have to sit and calculate. But, this, that, why you are applying? Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayashyami masucha. Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya, give up all varieties of religion. Mam ekam sharanam vraja, you completely take my shelter. And I will relieve you from all the difficulties, all the sufferings. Don't fear. I have assurance I can do that. So Krishna is asking a sarva dharman, a complete surrender. Krishna is demanding full surrender. But we say, but, that is our problem. Prabhupada says, particularly in India, people will bring so many devatas, but Durga, but Kali. Just like recently we were passing some place, some Bhuta Puja is going on. So they are not devotee of Bhuta actually, they are devotee of chicken. They want to eat chicken. But chicken cannot be offered in Krishna temple, therefore they are very much like Bhuta Puja. Correct? You think they are devotees of Bhuta. They are devotees of chicken meat. They like to eat chicken. So therefore they go in such function, they get so much chicken to eat. So these are all actually cheating. And people find excuses. But actually surrender and devotion can only be applied to Krishna. You cannot apply surrender devotion to any other thing. Here Krishna is asking, surrender to me. That's the only place you can surrender. And when you give an excuse, actually I am surrendered to something else, you are cheating. Because it is not possible to surrender to anything except Krishna. It is not possible to be devoted to anything except Krishna. You are cheating yourself. Sometimes we know, sometimes we don't know. You got it? So if somebody says, I am devotee of Durga, so I cannot surrender to Krishna. You are cheating, because you cannot be devotee of Durga. It is not possible. Because with anything you do, there should be some return. Without that, we don't do anything. Correct? That is not devotion, that is business. But with Krishna, the result is transcendental. Just like when you're chanting Hare Krishna. You're not saying today I should get this much money or I should get some return. No. But why are you chanting? Because there is a transcendental return. Return is on another plane. We feel some pleasure at the shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna. So actually it is not ordinary. It's a grace of Lord Chaitanya. Now something more. The more thing is, Prabhupada says, if somebody does not take advantage of this Krishna consciousness movement, he cannot be delivered in millions of kalpas. One kalpa is a day of Brahma. A day of Brahma means 4.6 billion years. Correct? The duration nodi. Kalyuga is 4 laksha duration. Dwapara is double is 8 laksha bartare. Treta Yuga is 3 times is more time is so 12 lakhs bartare. And Satyuga is 4 times is so 1670 lakh bartare. So total is 43 lakh bartare. 1000 has to cycle one Brahma Divasa hota hai. So S2 size ho gaya Divasa 4 billion years. So Chaitanya Charitamrita ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, if you don't take benefit of this Krishna conscious movement and don't take shelter of Krishna, this opportunity if you miss, you cannot be delivered in billions of kalpas. We are going to miss opportunity, not small. A very major opportunity will be lost. Because such a beautiful, such a simple and an opportunity at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. This first statement is made by Durga. Durga Devi came to test Haridas Thakur. And 3 nights, like the example of the prostitute, she also came 3 nights when Haridas Thakur was sitting in a cave and chanting. And he was chanting 192 malas every day, that is 3 lakh names. And peacefully sitting and chanting every day. And Durga Devi came inside the place. And she took a personified form of an exquisitely beautiful girl, the Maya personified. And she asked Haridas Thakur, I want to have union with you. You are so handsome. He said, yes. Can you sit sometime? Let me finish my round. And 3 nights she came. Haridas Thakur never finished his round. He was chanting, chanting, chanting. At the end of the 3rd night in the morning, she paid obeisance to Haridas Thakur. She said, I was testing you. But one thing to tell you, even Brahma could not have handled this test. Actually, it's Brahma himself, Haridas Thakur. But now blessed by Lord Chaitanya is sitting there. So, anyway, she says that this movement of Lord Chaitanya has produced ecstasy all around the world. I am seeing people are drowned in ecstatic love of Krishna. If somebody doesn't take benefit of this mission, Durga Devi is saying, who is a external, not ordinary statement now, it's a very powerful statement, has to wait for billions of kalpas to get delivered. Such an easy opportunity. But if somebody brings but there, it is exactly like Arjuna is bringing but when Krishna is ordering. Krishna is saying, do, fight this war. No, but. What's this but? Where is this but now? Correct? Suppose Krishna says, bring me a glass of water. Oh, but, what but? He has already considered something. Rather, it's a great fortune. Correct? Krishna says, I am coming to your house. How fortunate you feel? How fortunate? You feel that? No, but. What but now? Make arrangement. Krishna is going to come. Make all arrangement possible. So similarly, now Lord Chaitanya has given the process. Why but? Or what is this meaning? Everything has been considered. Oh no, I have this to do, I have that to do, I have this duty to do, I have that duty to do. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Sthane Sito, just stay where you are. He is not asking you to change the position, that I am doing this business, I should not do that. He is not asking anything like that. He's saying stay where you are. His proposal is actually very practical. Nobody can say actually no to it. All Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking is that create some time. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu request. What is request in Kannada? Vedi. Vedi, Hedi. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Vedi bhala sulabha ide. Bhala sulabha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದು ಗೃಹಸ್ಥಿತ ಗೃಹಸ್ಥ ಇದು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗ ಸ್ಥಾನೇ ಸ್ಥಿತೋ ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ದಿವಸ ನೋಡಿ 24 hours ಟೈಮ್ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಗೆ ಹಾಫ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಟಿ ವಿಗೆ ಹಾಫ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಾಸಿಪ್ ಇದೆ ಕಥಾ ಇದೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಯ ಕಥಾ ಟೈಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಜಪ ಮಾಡಿ. And actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu order is Kirtaneya Sadahari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu order is not 1 round, 2 rounds. Sadahari, 24 hours you chant. And actually possible you should chant 24 hours. But may not be possible for everybody. We are not so pure like Haridas Thakur to practically chant all day. Therefore Acharya has said, okay, can you chant 16 now? He has given a dose. So this butter, this that should not be there. Now order has come. We should not calculate after that. How I can fulfill the order? We should pray to Krishna. Krishna, how can I fulfill the order? And that is how Arjuna had to ask actually. Krishna, you want me to fight the war? Tell me, what steps to be taken? So like that. In fact, that's what happens. He says at the end of Bhagavad Gita, Karishye vachanam tava. I'm just going to follow you. And after that he follows. Whatever Krishna says, he does it. Krishna says, kill Karna, he kills. Krishna says, kill this person, he kills. He does not hesitate after that. Because everything is considered. There is nothing to worry. So similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not asking all these things. He is not asking you to kill your teacher. He is not asking you to kill your grandfather. He is not asking you anything like that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dhari bhara sulabha. Bhara simple. Khud kodi chanage attentively japa madi. Correct? And Bhagavatam ke, Bhagavad Gita ke pratidina study madi. What is study in Kannada? Odi. So chanage pratidina we can create some time. Actually so many ways. There are not a limit how many ways we waste our time. And the modern civilization means weapons of mass distraction. We find ways. That is what the contribution of the scientist is. Again like the Jekyll. The real problem they cannot solve. What is the real problem? That's why when people come to us, they get scared because we remind them of the real problem. What is the real problem we are having? Death is coming, all of us in front of it. Nobody can solve. Bring the best doctor, he can also not solve. Can any best doctor say, I'll not, death I assure you, you will not have? He cannot solve it. Okay? Do they teach like that in the college? We'll create a medicine and no death will be there? They can't solve. Can they solve the problem of old age? They can't solve. All of us are experiencing, correct? And then one time we were also young, now we are seeing every day. We can't even believe. When we see photographs sometime, we wonder I look like that because somehow we have another image about us, even mentally. Too. And then birth is there, rebirth is there in this world. So many diseases are there in this world. They can't solve. They cannot solve the real problems. Rather, that is, I was telling you all as a joke. In the newspaper, if you read newspaper, there are so many problems. What are the problems? So many people died. One train accident has happened now. So many people died. In West Bengal, so many shooting happened. So many people died. They will tell all these problems to you. But instead of giving the solution, latest movie, latest match. What this match will do? By watching this match, is my problem solved? Correct? Suppose you go to doctor. Doctor, a lot of problem is there. Fever is 104 and vomiting is happening. This is happening. Full joint pain is there. And instead of solving a problem, doctor says, did you watch that movie? You tell the doctor, doctor, are you mad or what? I have some problem here, real-time problem. I will die. But instead of solving a problem, what is if the doctor says, you know, yesterday the cricket match, doctor, I have some problem. 105 fever is running. Do you have some medicine? So similarly, my real problem is birth, death, old age, disease. instead of solving those problems, the whole society is cheating us actually. They're cheating us. They're not giving a solution. Sometimes even parents do that. Instead of educating the child and solving his real problem, unfortunately this child has taken birth in this world. He's going to suffer diseases, he's going to suffer old age, he's going to suffer death. That is the reality. Actually, he's going to suffer from now on. Instead of let me solve his problem, they just, Beta, did you see, I'll get you a tablet, you can enjoy this. Mama, solve my problem. Unfortunately, I have taken birth. There was an example of Chitraketu. Chitraketu was crying for a child. And one sage, Angira, gave him a blessing. He got a child. And Angira named him Harsha Shoka. He will give you happiness and sadness. The child was born. Okay? It's an interesting story in Bhagavatam. When the child was born, there was a celebration throughout the kingdom. But what happened, Harsha Shoka, he was born through one of the wives and other wives got envious. So they gave poison because, the king was neglecting them. So they killed the child. They gave poison and the child died. Then the king was lamenting with his mouth open, like that he was making sound. And he was fainting. Harsha Shoka started. And his wife queen also fell on the ground and he was crying and saying, cursing everything including God. And indirectly, oh destiny, you don't know what to do. You give the pain like this, cursing God also practically. And crying like this. So at that time, sage Angira comes with Narada. And Narada instructs the king. King was pious, could understand the transcendental instructions. And during course of preaching, Narada tells the child, why are you giving you so much pain? Come. Because Narada is so powerful. Shakta Vesh Avatara Nitya Siddha Acharya. The child comes to and he says, my dear great sage Narada, why did you call me? By force of my karma I was going to another body. So I said, wait a minute. Where you are going? Here your father, mother. Which father, mother? So many lives, I had so many father, mother. Which one are they? And his father, mother could not understand what's happening. What's happening now here? So actually it's a fact. It's not the Vedas are giving you illusion, but people don't want to hear this. Why? They want to remain in illusion. And they enjoy illusion. But sometimes it is like this. If somebody is watching a movie and and you go and tell him, actually this is all lights only, what are you enjoying here? Correct? When you are watching a TV, what is there finally? You are fully absorbed in it. Somebody comes and tells you, see, your enjoyment is all foolish illusion. Because nothing, this is all colors and light that you are watching. Nothing is happening here. But what he says, no, let me continue the illusion. So people actually want to maintain the illusion, want to continue the illusion. What can be done? Therefore, they don't want it Bhagavad Gita. But Bhagavad Gita opens the whole truth out. Without that, how to solve the problem? Like Arjuna was saying, how can I kill my grandfather? How can I kill my teacher? Krishna doesn't support that. So what nonsense is this? What is this teacher, grandfather? You are not body, you are spirit, soul. Soul never dies. Krishna doesn't give some makhan to his so-called emotion. Krishna exposes the truth. Correct? Just like twigs which come in the river, they come together sometime and next wave the twigs get separated. Similarly in life also, people will come together and get related, but after some time we are separated. Correct? So if you read Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, the truth is spoken. It is not that truth will disrupt the society, but actually we should not avoid the truth. If you avoid the truth, one the truth will come and hit you. But there is no need to avoid the truth. So here when we read Bhagavad Gita, we are opening out to the truth. So now Krishna is cornering Arjuna, coming back to the shloka, from all angles. One side it is very clear, Krishna has given order. There is no reason for Arjuna to consider anything. He should execute it. Krishna has considered everything. What all Arjuna said is already considered by Krishna. Correct? It's not that Krishna has given a decision. There is any need to revise it. Oh, it's perfect. Everything has been considered. But now, only thing Arjuna has to do to execute. What is thinking? No, but. So Krishna is not dogmatic. Correct? If Krishna gives you a decision that Kali Yuga chant Hare Krishna mantra, it is not dogmatic. It is already recommended by all the great acharyas. It is already recommended by the scripture. And it is the most effective way, even practically. It is not dogmatic. It is practical. So similarly, Arjuna has clarified. He says, Krishna, why such an order in one way? So Krishna is giving a clarification, even from a Kshatriya way. He is saying, you fight as a Kshatriya, it's your duty. So how can a Kshatriya consider, I will not fight? Doesn't make a sense. He has to do his duty. And is doing the duty. If in case he dies, is good. He will go heaven. Suppose you are trying to execute your duty and you die, you will be blessed. But in case you win, you become the king in this world. So Krishna is talking even from a moral standpoint of view. Actually, this was the standard of the society at that time. People used to feel, therefore Kshatriya used to fight for. If they feel, a Kshatriya feels, a certain Kshatriya is doing injustice, he is not doing good, they'll take his sword and challenge him. I feel you are doing injustice to the society, I challenge you. And they will fight. And he will give his life to bring justice. Now that used to be how Kshatriyas used to be previously. So anyway, this is not the part of society today, but at least we should understand this point, that our life should be based on duties. Is the highest platform. Today, where you find somebody, it's on a moral I am talking, where you find somebody platform on the base on duties. If you find a politician who is fighting as a duty to serve the country, whole country will start worshipping him. Always you find some conflict of interest. Correct? Just like every example in the colleges, when the parents are taking care of the child, it's very difficult to find any profit motive. Therefore, the child has gratitude to the parents. Correct? It's not that, oh, beta, you're going to earn now, you give me 20%. Nothing. It will not happen. So, therefore, you find so comfortable. So, similarly, we should develop, every individual should be trained. Correct? Parents become so respectful for children when they're working as a duty. Correct? So much energy is put. But is there any way taking care of the child is something, when he grows up, he has to give me, he will give me so much money? It's a duty. Now this platform of a duty is actually in Sataguna. In Rajaguna, the person is always profit motivated. In Tamaguna, he only sleeps, he has no duties. He only sleeps, he only drinks, and that is only duty. Rajaguna does it, but he has something in his mind, some profit. Sataguna is dutifully doing things. So therefore, now Arjuna, the society, the Vedic culture, was trained to act as a duty. There is no question of profit motive. It's a beautiful society we can create. Correct? So here we can see Arjuna is being asked Krishna, act as a duty. Now don't consider all this thing. Your duty to give death penalty here, on my order. Give death penalty. Just execute it. Everything has been considered. There is no need for us to. But because Arjuna is asking questions, Krishna is clarifying point by point. He is clarified to now Arjuna from the most basic platform. Nothing spiritual about this. In this world, we should do work as a duty. Okay. That is called Nishkam Karma. The karma is done, but there is no profit motive. Profit for this. Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhagavad Gita ki.